This mod, we can turn the ocean into blood. And every 10 years, we're going to sink one of these rings into the ocean until there's only one kingdom left. And we got 8 kingdoms on this map. We got Monkey D. Luffy, Peter Griffin, Shrek, Shadow, Patrick Star, Gumball,
Freddy Fazbear,
and Jake the Dog. And to start off, we're going to give them maybe 20 years to develop their kingdoms. Hopefully spread out a little bit, get more into the center rings. And then we're going to start sinking them. So with this mod, it doesn't just make the water red. It actually spawns like a ton of different little beasties. I don't even know what this is, but it looks scary. It's like a water spider or something. But yeah, these guys are just gonna kill everyone. There's also this down here. Not sure what that is, but it also adds like a bunch of other fish in like the regular water. There's a bunch of different fish. There's whales in this mod, which are really cool. I don't know if we can see any of them. Is that supposed to be a bird or is that just a flying fish? I don't think there's any whales that spawn, but they do spawn in like the regular ocean biomes. Oh, there they are. I think this blood water will probably kill them, but for the time being, they're pretty cool. Okay, so we're in year 7. I keep in mind, I did turn on the 100 people settlement modifier, which will hopefully get them to expand their kingdoms like a little bit quicker, because they're gonna want to move like as soon as possible. I mean, we're already in year 7. They have 13 years before I sink this first ring, but I think most of them are safe. Looks like Shadow the Hedgehog has at least built like one little tent on the other side of this ring. So Shrek is doing pretty good. He's got a few houses in the inside ring. There's like just so many kingdoms, it's hard to go over all of them. Jake looks like he's got some houses on the inner ring, but like just barely. All right, let's take a look at the technologies. So it looks like Jake is currently in the lead. He's got house tier 1, swords, and I guess he's working on house tier 2 already. And then I think everyone probably has the same stuff, probably house tier 1 and weapon production. Okay, we got some new colonies that just got built. For some reason, they're heading like still within this ring. They should be moving to the middle, but I guess they're stupid. Shrek has the right idea. He's moving more towards the center, and then Gumball is also kind of moving towards the center. And then looks like we might have an alliance forming between Gumball, Peter Griffin, and Shadow. Oh, and Shrek. Okay, so this is going to be a huge alliance. Assuming they are all allying with each other. Okay, so I guess that's just between those two, unless these two are joining that one as well. No, we got 2 separate alliances, actually. We got Axe of People, which is Peter Griffin and Gumball, and then we got Shadow and Shrek teaming up, which I think they're right next to each other, so that kind of makes sense. All right, and just reached year 20, so it's time for people to die. All right, we'll go ahead and pause the game. We're starting with Shadow, and yeah, they lost a ton of land there, but they're still safe, still in the middle. Oh, I didn't realize there's like killer whales. I wonder if they actually attack people. I'm curious to see that. We'll definitely have to come back to Shrek. Peter Griffin is also safe. They have some more inland buildings. Jake the Dog is not doing too great. They only have a couple buildings on the inner ring. Freddy Fazbear is losing some stuff. They lost like their entire colony there, but I think they're gonna be able to swim to the center and get it back. All right, then Patrick. Okay, I think they're gonna survive. They're just gonna lose a ton of stuff. And there we go. Okay, I wanna see if these killer whales are gonna actually attack anyone. Okay, I guess they're friendly, but there definitely are some beasties that aren't. Like this guy up here by Freddy Fazbear, I don't even know what he is, but he's just devouring all the children. All right, so everyone survived the first round. Looks like, I think Gumball is in the lead with 109, and then I think Jake the Dog is doing the worst at 65. Unfortunately, it seems like most of the sea monsters like spawned right by them for some reason. All right, well, moving on. Looks like Shadow is not making any good choices. They've just kind of spread themselves out on this next ring. Patrick Star did expand in the middle, but most of their stuff is still on this outer ring. Jake the Dog's not looking too good. Monkey D. Luffy's not looking too good. And then Shrek is kind of being smart. They've definitely secured themselves for at least the next 2 rounds. They got a colony like right here in the center here. Year 29, let's take a look at the cultures again. So Gumball is in the lead. I guess they passed up Jake. They're at level 9. They got house tier 3, swords, windmills, and I'm sure what Jake has is probably for everyone else. So let's see. They got house tier 2, swords, windmills, roads. All All right, year 30, we'll go and sink the next ring. And there goes. Gumball's like trying to build a colony like in the ocean right now. The sea monster is still by Jake the dog, just attacking all their people. But it looks like everybody survived though. I think Jake the dog and Shadow the hedgehog are kind of in the hot seat for the next round though. And also Peter Griffin isn't doing too good as far as kind of expanding. And we might potentially be getting a war. Shadow's trying to start one. I wonder who with, or if it's gonna be the other like alliance. Let's see. Planning a war against Patrick Star, and they're not in an alliance, so that could be really bad for Patrick. Crap. Yeah, that just went through, so Patrick's going against Shadow and Shrek. Patrick does have a decent-sized army, though. They're about up to like 20, I think. Meanwhile, Shadow only has 11, but Shrek does have a lot of army, actually, too. So this could be GG for Patrick. We'll see how this goes. Oh, I didn't realize this mod actually adds some new animals, too. There's like a donkey or something here. Okay, we'll see who wins. It looks like Shadow is winning this fight. Yeah, Patrick was kind of outnumbered. Now they're down to like 10 army. And then you got Shrek sending like their huge army in. Okay, Patrick's citizens are coming out to defend. And I think they actually defended this colony. And then Peter Griffin is trying to declare war on someone. I hope that it's not Patrick as well. Sometimes these kingdoms can just be like super ruthless that way. Oh, a couple wars are getting planned. Peter Griffin might be going to war with Monkey D. Luffy, and then you got Freddy Fazbear is maybe going to war with Jake the dog. So we just got wars showing up all over the place. Yep. Okay, Peter Griffin just went to war with Monkey D. Luffy. So that also means Gumball is at war with Monkey D. Luffy. So they could get potentially out here. And then Freddy Fazbear, they're trying to go to war with Jake the dog. Okay, Gumball's sending some armies up north. Peter Griffin's sending some armies into Monkey D. Luffy. But we just reached year 40. So that might kind of affect how these wars go. Okay, next ring is out. Shadow the Hedgehog lost a ton of land. Shrek's still doing okay. Monkey D. Luffy is not looking good, especially with the war going on, and Jake is looking terrible as well. Oh, I guess I missed a spot too. I'm sorry, but you guys are gonna die. Here comes Freddy's like huge army, and I think this town is about to get captured at 27%, or they might just kill everyone, I don't know. And yep, that one's down. So they just have 2 little towns left, down to 54 population. All right, so Jake is the first one out. I think Monkey D. Luffy's putting up a pretty good fight against Peter, but again, they are at war with 2 different empires, so I don't know. We'll see how well this goes for them. And over here, Shadow looks like they might be trying to propose a treaty between them and Patrick Star. So if that happens, then Patrick will survive. And yeah, okay, that war is over. So it looks like Patrick does live to fight another day. And I think they're actually trying to get into an alliance too. Let's see who with. I wonder if it's with, oh, it is Shadow and Shrek. Well, I guess if you can't beat them, join them. So that's going to be a pretty OP alliance between these 3. And oh no, I think Monkey D. Luffy's about to get out. No, it's their last colony and yep, they're out. So the second one's out, and we're coming up on year 50. I think everyone's gonna survive this next one. I think this is probably gonna be the worst for Peter Griffin. They lost so much in that. They have like just one little town that survived, and I think Shadow's pretty well off. They have a few towns. Okay, there it goes. Oh, some of Freddy's guys are getting attacked by this beastie over here. Okay, like most of them survived, but he got like a few chunks out of a few of them. I don't know about this kid though. Okay, so after that, looks like Freddy Fazbear is still in the lead with 400, followed by Shrek, Gumball, Peter Griffin, Shadow, and Patrick. And Freddy's trying to get an alliance, and I really hope that's not with these 3 because I feel like that would just be the end for Gumball and Peter Griffin. Oh, it's actually with the other alliance. It's with Gumball and Peter. I forgot that they were in an alliance as well. So it's kind of 3v3 right now. You got Peter Griffin, Gumball, and Freddy Fazbear versus Shadow, Shrek, and Patrick. And you got everyone kind of rushing towards the middle. Shrek is the closest, I think, with this colony. But Gumball's getting there, and Peter Griffin is also heading towards the middle. So, I mean, potentially, Gumball and Peter Griffin could just cut off Freddy Fazbear here. And in just, like, whatever, 30 or 40 years, Freddy will be done for. And then also Shadow's kind of in a dangerous spot. And then Patrick is, I think, in the worst spot possible. I wish that we could spawn more of these beasties in the water, but I do want to make this like a little bit scarier. So let's see if we can spawn just like a bunch of piranhas just like everywhere. Because my hope was like once the land would sink that everyone that fell into the water would just get devoured. but it's not really spawning as many sea monsters as I'd like. So we'll just kind of do it ourselves, I guess. Yeah, literally like anyone that falls into the water is just gonna get devoured like instantly. Gumball is trying to declare war, so I think we are gonna see this 3v3 happen. Yeah, so we got Peter, Gumball, and Freddy versus Shadow, Shrek, and Patrick. We'll see how this goes. And we're in year 57, so we got 3 years before we sink more of their land. Okay, Patrick took a southern colony from Gumball, and I think Peter Griffin launched a pretty good assault on Shrek, but Shrek does have a lot of army. I think they're gonna be able to retake these colonies here. Okay, year 60, so we'll go ahead and sink the next ring again. So we'll see. Yeah, Patrick is just gonna barely survive this. Gumball's not going to be looking too good, and Freddy is going to lose quite a lot of their big cities, but I think they're going to be pretty safe. They do have a lot of like inner circle cities. All right, well now we're just going to watch their armies just get devoured. Yeah, Freddy Fazbear is just swimming for their lives, just being chased by like 100 piranhas. Okay, so I guess Patrick is full on out. I think Gumball took him over, and then Peter Griffin isn't doing too good after that last ring disappeared. They're down to 100 population. We'll have to see. I feel like this is mostly between Shadow and Freddy because they have the most army out of everyone. Gumball still doesn't have that much, so it kind of just depends on if Shadow can fend off Freddy's army or if they're just gonna get taken over. Yeah, it looks like Freddy did pull ahead in that fight, but Shadow did take this colony down here and also this one up in the north. And then at the moment, looks like Gumball and Freddy are the most safe empires right now. They both have colonies in the middle, but Shadow is slowly moving their way there. Okay, Gumball and Freddy are definitely pulling ahead in this fight, but we just reached year 70, so we'll see if sinking the next ring affects this at all. Oh, Peter lost their last city. So, I mean, they still exist. This is Peter Griffin right here, but they literally just don't have any place to go. They're just kind of nomads now. And Freddy Fazbear is just not letting them have like any land. All right, let's see what the numbers are like overall. So we got Peter, Gumball, and Freddy at like 606, and then Shadow and Shrek. I guess I should change this. Rip Patrick. But they're down to 450, so there's not like that much of a difference. I mean, again, it kind of depends on who ends up getting the middle island, which right now is Gumball, but that could change. Okay, Shrek is making a big push for the middle, and they backed off, but I think they're just waiting for reinforcements here. Okay, both their armies are back. We'll see how this goes. Yeah, I don't think Gumball has enough to fend these two armies off. So middle belongs to Shadow, and I think they're gonna get this one as well. So they've even more secured their spot on the board, unless Freddy can come back and take this. Yeah, we're getting so close, and we're coming up on year 82, so about to sink another ring. Yeah, this map is just getting so small. And I think Shadow and Shrek are pretty close to Gumball and Freddy's population now. Yeah, they're at like almost 400, and Gumball and Freddy are up to like 4. Oh, no way, they just passed him. Dang, well, I mean, it's not over yet, but Shadow and Shrek like really pulled through. I'm really surprised that they were able to do that. Okay, we just passed year 80, so we can go and sink the next ring. So this next ring going down, I think it's gonna be the worst for Freddy. Looks like they only have like a couple houses left, but I think a lot of their people are gonna survive, so they're all just gonna flock to this one spot. But even still, they literally just can't support that population. Oh no, Shrek! I wasn't even paying attention. They got super screwed over, and they just got absolutely devoured by the piranhas. No way. Dang, so they're almost out at 88 population. So we'll see. I mean, it seems like I don't feel like Freddy and Shrek are gonna be that much help to their alliances, so it's mostly just Shadow versus Gumball right now, and they're both just desperately trying to capture the middle. Shadow did capture the middle for a little bit, but I think Freddy's gonna take it back. 70, 80, 90, and yep, that one's down. Okay, really coming down to it. Shadow's making a big push into Gumball. I think they're gonna take this colony, and they're trying to get the middle back. Okay, Shrek just got out, so it's just Shadow, Gumball, and Freddy, and Gumball and Freddy are not looking too good right now. I mean, Shadow like could potentially win against them, but again, they really just got to push for the middle. I mean, it's really coming down to it. We got 3 more years until we sink the next ring, and Shadow's about to lose like almost all of their like houses. They're sending a little squad into the middle. This has 5% on it. Yeah, they just took it. So if Gumball and Freddy don't make a push for the middle, I mean, this could be a victory for Shadow. Okay, Freddy might actually take this back. 20, 30, 40. Yo, this might actually be like the spiciest play. 90 and 100. Okay. Oh, Is Shadow really taking it back like immediately? What the heck? I don't even know how they're doing this. But yeah, they just took that back. And Freddy's taking it back again. Oh my gosh, this couldn't be more spicy. We're like 3/4 of the way through the year, so we're so close. Yeah, year 90, so we'll go and seek the next ring. I guess like they can still take it even after the ring is gone, but it's gonna be a little bit more difficult. Okay, I don't think Freddy has like anything in the inner ring, so I think so they're gonna end up being like what Peter Griffin was earlier. Okay, just one ring left, and I think Shadow is actually gonna take this. All right, Freddy is officially out, and I think Gumball might be about to get out too. Oh, I guess there's like a couple more people down here, and yep, Gumball was destroyed. So I guess even without sinking the last ring, Shadow wins. Yeah, Peter, Gumball, and Freddy like outnumbered Shadow's team by like 400, I think, when we started or when the war started. So it's crazy that their team like ended up pulling ahead. But I think it's really just because Shadow pushed for the middle. I mean, Freddy had so much. They were the biggest empire, but they like all of their cities were on like the outer ring, so they all just went down with that last ring.